double super jackpot!
I need a ramp. I need a loop. I want targets I can hit. I need the scoop. I need a double super jackpot in my life. That's right.
Welcome to Buffalo Pinball. I'm Rudy Soup, and I'd love to introduce you to the team. We have Nick Lane, Kevin Manny, Martha, Jay, Jeff, Rob, Mixer Tuna, Skip Natty, and myself. We love bringing you exciting and dynamic pinball content that is unrivaled anywhere else on the internet. That includes Brew, Do You Even Talk Pinball podcast, which is filmed live on our Twitch channel as well as VODs on YouTube. There's the Bro Show, which is incredibly exciting, tutorials, and don't miss out on really, really hot Marties. Here at Buffalo Pinball, we deliver pinball in its purest and most amazing form, and you can't go wrong. We can't wait to see you here.
And now, the Hall & Oates of pinball podcasting, Nick Lane and Kevin Manny of Buffalo Pinball. Whoa, boom shakalaka.
Except you got us and you got a whole bunch of other people here tonight. What's going on, everybody? What's
up?
Kevin, Nick, Jay. Mostly you're looking at Jay. There's Rob. Martha, say hi.
The people want to see Jay.
Martha, say hi. Are you muted, Martha?
That's as close as you're getting to a hi from Rob.
I said hi. Supposed to jump the gun. That's all right.
All right.
And this is Bro, Do You Even Talk Pinball, episode 50. Get out the walkers. We're old.
Episode 50 with all the bros. It's the world is burning. Who gives a shit at this point? We're phoning it in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Literally. Amen.
We've not practiced anything. We have no format. So it's either going to be the best or the worst. There's, like I said on Facebook, there's no in the middle right now.
But, let's start it off the way we always started off with everybody's favorite thing, the advertisements. And Nick Lane, or should we have the guest bros do the ads?
Well, the problem is, Kev, they can't even see them.
Oh.
So
We can see them.
Really, I think you've got to do it. Well, actually, we'll see on the screen, right?
Yeah.
You can make it on the screen.
I'll put it up. Here
Let
you go.
you do it.
Let's see.
All right, Jay, you got it.
Partners.
I got to do the ads?
I'll do the first one. Pin Stadium, the premier partner of Bro, Do You Even Pinball this year. Visit pinstadium.com. Use coupon code Buffalo to save 10% on custom LED lighting kits for your pinball machines. App-controlled lighting. Make your games look amazing. Go to Pin Stadium. All right, Jay Fairbrother, pick it up with Double Danger.
Double Danger Pinball, makers of the finest pinball swag, including all your official Buffalo Pinball merchandise. The mod couple, mod out your pinball machines. Listen, stock pinball machines are junk. Mod that shit out, up the retail value with the mod couple. Flipping Out Pinball, awesome sponsor.
What do they do,
Please don't
Jay?
fire us.
Jay, what do they do?
Yeah, what do they
Not
do, Jay?
entirely sure.
Okay.
They do it really
Good
well,
question,
though.
Kevin. Hold them
Next up is-
accountable.
When you look
Next
around at
up
the pinball market and see the things going on,
Next up is Pinside. If you want to go complain about the newest pinball machine, Pinside is a place to do it. All your pinball talk on Pinside. Next up is Jersey Jack Pinball, makers of the absolute finest pinball machines on the market. If you're not playing Jersey Jack Pinball, do you even pinball? Next up is Pinball EDU, a fine pinball charity. Donate to them. You can win a pinball machine. You can help a good cause. Pinball EDU.
What have you
Community
won, Jay,
viewer.
from them? You've been a winner.
I have been a winner. Not of the pinball machine, but I've won some swag from them.
Right.
Community Beer Works, makers of the best beer in Buffalo, the only thing Rob Metzler drinks. They have pinball machines on location. If you're in town, stop on down there. Next up is Comet Pinball, makers of pinball rubbers.
No.
oh,
Jesus.
Wait, hang
Listen,
on.
in all fairness, they've only been a sponsor for 5 years now.
That's what I was going to say. He's been on the Bro Show for 5 years. Comet's been sponsoring the show for 5 years.
Jesus Christ.
Still doesn't know what they do. Jay Fairbrother, pinball enthusiast.
LEDs. Everyone knows incandescents are junk. So LED out your pinball
Not
machine,
everybody.
especially those old EMs.
Yes,
I
those are.
have incandescent.
Get some LEDs in there from Comet. Next up, pinballmix.com. Soundtrack on your pinball sound a little dull? Throw some Dave Matthews Band on there.
Oh.
Pinballmix.com will do it. Last up, Titan Pinball. They make the rubbers. They make the mats we stand on.
They don't make any rubbers. I can guarantee that. They make silicone rings.
Silicone, rubber, tomato.
No, that's not. There's a very important distinction. It's that they don't make rubbers because rubbers are junk and they fall apart.
That's their whole
You know
point.
what you can do? Is
That's
you, can
that's their whole existence. Is not making rubbers.
you can go to TitanPinball.com and find out what they do. Use the coupon code Buffalo when you buy some of their stuff, whatever it happens to be.
RLM is throwing some brick emotes in chat because basically this is you're virtually bricking right now on the podcast.
He is.
Oh, I think he got like 75%.
That's true. I would agree.
Yeah.
I would
That's
agree.
a solid
75%.
C. That's a
pretty
solid
good.
C. I'm going to college on that.
Gentlemen C. Good job, Jay.
Let's before we move into the main meat of the show, let's give a shout out to the Ohio Pin Brew Festival. They've sponsored the show and they moved their show until next year. So on Pinside, it was supposed to be originally in April, I think, and then they moved it to August and they said, forget it. We're going to next year. He says, which with much frustration, Marvin and I have decided to call the Pin Brew show off for 2020. Obstacles facing all of us with COVID are too much to successfully launch the area's newest show. We've worked very hard to make this show great, but we feel we need to do a reboot. See you next year, hopefully without worry. April 8th to 10th, 2021 in Girard, Ohio. Visit pinbrewfest.com for all your info on that show, and maybe we'll see you there next year.
All right. Very good.
Nice
So
decision.
here's the general guidelines of what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're not doing the cold open. So Kevin's got it in the show notes. We're going to talk about Hot Wheels, heavy metal, Jurassic Park Topper, promoting the JJP Battles, changing things as I talk.
Yep.
Multimorphic. Then we've got a lot of Q&A for the bros, and we'll open it up. We'll also try to pay attention to Q&A from the chat when we get to the Q&A section. Rob, do you have Rob is going to read Pinside. You got a review to read later too? Find anything
I'll
good?
find one.
All right.
I'll
You'll
find
find
one.
some. All right, no promises there. We'll see. All
No
right,
promises.
Kev, anything before we jump into?
Let's talk about some heavy metal.
Well, let's talk about what everybody's been doing first of all.
Okay.
Also, because they haven't seen the bros for quite some time.
Okay. Let's
So you want to go around and share how you've been? That you're alive and well. Anything? Anybody? Let's start with Jay Fairbrother, the fan favorite. How you been, Jay?
Why have heavy metal on my screen?
You don't anymore. There's a 10-second delay, Jay. Jay never watches Twitch.
No,
Mute Jay if he says something dumb.
He's just looking for himself. just go, Jay.
Jay's been enjoying the unemployed life. I've been getting a great tan. Can't see on the screen. And yeah, I haven't touched the pinball machine in probably 6 months. So
Even though you have one sitting right behind
There's
you.
one right behind you.
You have
Turn
no
around.
excuse.
All right, yeah. So Jay's on the market if somebody wants to hire Jay, and you can have him work in your company. Think about that.
If you want to do ad reads,
I
if
can
you're
do
looking for
great
someone
ad
to
reads.
read your ads,
I can read your ads for you.
You can also, he's a mean spreadsheet kind of guy. So if that's your guy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe I'll get on Cameo and you can hire me to like read ads for your podcast.
There you go.
All right, and I should introduce Rob Metzer for people who have not watched the show for about 4 years. One of the original cast members of Brody Even Pinball.
yeah,
Uh,
6 years ago, 5 years ago.
we started in January 2015. Over 5 years. How's Rob Metzer been?
Living the life.
All right.
Living the life.
All right, that's enough. Okay.
Wait, before we move on, can I just say Eric Minier from Jersey Jack Pinball, he's in chat, and he says, what are your skills, Jay? Because obviously playing pinball isn't one of them.
Oh, shit. Wow.
I haven't been on the stream this long and I'm still getting zinged by the chat. Damn.
Pinball designers,
Love
no
you
less.
guys too.
You got tanked.
All right.
Get a check
I
in
know,
for
Martha.
Martha.
Martha, what you been up to?
What have I been up to? Just working from home. We all got guitars in the house. Nick has one. I have one. We've been learning lots of cool songs. What's my favorite band that I do? Wholehearted. I love that
There's
song.
been a lot of Extreme being played in the house.
Wholehearted by
Martha.
Extreme. Ooh, so
Oh,
good.
God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I know.
Nick.
gotta look these
And I
people
get
up.
shit, you know? Think about that.
So you got Extreme and Collective Soul. Is that what's going on, pretty much?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
goddamn right.
Okay.
Little Tonic. We learned some Tonic yesterday.
Oh,
Incubable
Tonic is so underrated.
today.
That's right, Jay.
Properly.
Anyways, that's what I've been up to.
There you go. All right. You know what? Speaking of music and guitars, you guys know what me and Kevin been doing. Kevin wants probably does every week.
I got a new game coming, but it's not here yet. So stay tuned.
You're not
I'll be unboxing it hopefully tomorrow. If you're around
shit.
and you want to watch an unboxing of a pinball machine on Twitch.
Well,
tune
there
in.
you go. That answers Jay's
fun.
question he asked earlier.
Yep,
Oh yeah, the one Kevin ignored me on. Yeah.
that's right.
Well, you can see it tomorrow. You can watch him tomorrow. You're not
doesn't-
working.
He doesn't know that we exist on Twitch.
If I'm not on the stream, it doesn't exist.
That's right.
Yeah. Some object.
I'm
permanent
very
shit.
self-centered.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll segue from the music. So, want to do something fun over the summer because there's kind of a little bit of a lull. The Bro Show doesn't happen, and Bro Show's been hardly happening because of the pandemic. So we want to run a fun contest for our listeners and our viewers, and that is it's a chance to do a cover of our theme song. You know the theme song. Kevin just played it at the intro here. We play it every episode. Double Super Jackpot. So all you got to do is cover however long that intro is, like, I don't know, like 20 seconds. Do a cover of it. You can perform it on any instruments. A wobbly chair, I'm looking at you, my friend. Slide whistle, maybe. So just do a performance of that, video yourself. You can even lip sync it, dance around. I don't care what you do. You can be really creative with the video. Whatever. You're gonna submit it to us via our social media channels on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can email it to buffalopinball@gmail.com. Well, submissions are due August 7th. Like I said, this is like 20, 30-second video at most. There are power chords. It should be pretty easy to figure out.
What time on August 7th? By midnight?
Just by the end of midnight, yeah.
Midnight Eastern Standard Time.
11:59. Yeah, Eastern. It should be clear.
Yeah, that's why we have Martha on the show.
And,
My room is blue, people. Blue.
Yeah. Jay, okay. Let me get through this. Fuck. All right. Here's the deal. You submit the video. The grand prize, Pin Steam is giving away a lighting kit, and we're talking to our other sponsors who will be giving away some giveaways, and so we'll at least have a first place, probably a second and third as well. We'll articulate that more over time, probably, because we'll be advertising on our Facebook and Twitter with the contest. So no huge stringent rules other than bros cannot win the prizes, but bros are welcome to submit an entry. So I'm looking at you, Jay. We were talking earlier about Jay doing a Dave Matthews-esque version of our theme song. So what a treat that could be.
You guys don't know what you're in for.
Did I miss anything? Does that cover it? Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me. Martha, what do you think? Does he get to the Martha stamp of approval?
Yeah, did we clear up the question? Is it 11:59 Eastern Standard Time on the 7th?
Yes.
Yeah, and yes, and Kevin put in the chat. So if you know what song we're talking about in particular, it's from the band Newish Star. You can find it at bandcamp.com, and the song is called Double Super Jackpot.
Yep.
Again, the band is Newish Star. The song is Double Super Jackpot. You can get it there, lip sync it to it, make a video. The bros will vote on it, so that's how we're gonna figure out the winner. All six of us.
Are we gonna have Jordan vote on it too?
Yeah, he could be the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Yep, for sure. You got his blessings. I'm excited to see that. All right, that was that. That was the contest.
Boom.
Let's move on. All right, Dad. What do we got?
Let's do some. We got to play Tim Kitzrow first.
Here's the tip. It's the latest pinball news. So hot, it's on fire.
Thank you. It's the latest pinball news, and there's actually a couple pinball machines to sort of talk about. We kind of already saw these. The first one is Heavy Metal by Stern, which they sort of teased way back before the coronavirus hit, and then that got delayed, but they've announced it. Stern Pinball's Heavy Metal. It's a update, retheme, reimagining of the machine we've seen. This is the fourth time now, because it started out as Spider-Man, and then it became Supreme, the Spider-Man Home Supreme. Then it came into, what was Star Wars, and now Heavy Metal. So if you like that layout and you like spending $8,000, you can get yourself a Heavy Metal.
Did they run out of 70s bands to get licenses to?
$8,000 was where this is like their home machines, right?
Uh-huh. Wait, it's got a
Kinda.
DMD?
Yeah. It's well, it's a commercial sized one, right, Kev?
Well, all the home machines have commercial sized playfield. So the playfield is exactly the same. It's just in a full size cabinet. It's got a DMD, which is kind of funny because the Star Wars has an LCD screen and this has a DMD, and the Star Wars is
And it costs more than
Star Wars is like $3,000 or $4,000.
Yeah.
What?
You got to really like this heavy metal theme to pay for this.
Pay more, get less. Here's my suggestion. You just get a fucking poster of heavy metal and move on. Get a real
Is
pinball
heavy metal
machine.
like a show I don't know about?
It was a
Movie from
movie
the
back
80s.
in the early 80s. I don't know. I never saw it, so.
Isn't there
Is
a
it like an-
Gottlieb called heavy metal?
Is there a what called heavy metal?
I think
Gottlieb?
there is, yeah.
They have rock, and they have heavy metal meltdown.
Yeah, heavy
Heavy
metal
Metal
meltdown.
Meltdown.
That.
Yeah, this is just missing the meltdown part.
So I think what happens with these, and Kevin can correct me, is that whoever owns the license for heavy metal or whatever reached out to Stern and asked them to do this, or did Stern actually come up with this idea?
Yeah, so they've said in the past that they have like two main layouts for, say you're a company and you want to come and get a pinball machine for your company because it's cool, but you don't think you're going to sell a whole bunch of them. See also Primus and Pabst Can Crusher and Supreme and all that sort of thing. So they have the Spider-Man home layout, and they have the Wonelli layout that they keep reusing and retheming into these custom one-off games. And apparently heavy metal, the movie / comic book / whatever, thought there was enough demand to do a short run of these at that price, and this is what you get. So
How short is the run?
who knows?
6.
Probably however many they can pre-sell.
Yeah. It seems like I mean, granted they didn't put a lot of effort, but still, just to build a pinball machine takes effort. Just doesn't seem worth it. But I don't know.
When Kiss or AC/DC or Iron Maiden or Metallica isn't for you,
Yeah.
it's heavy metal.
You're really going for a niche.
Heavy metal. So yeah, there you go.
Good luck to them.
It's going to be one of those things where if you want to play the game, just get a Star Wars home. But otherwise, if this is your theme and it speaks to you, there you go. Go shell out some cash.
Honestly, it's at least better than the Primus game, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Primus was like 8,000, and Primus is like the most simplistic. It's based on a game in like 1950, so this is better. This is a better deal.
It's really easy to brick shots in Primus.
So Primus, Wonelli, and there was one other one that were all really the same playfield, right?
Primus, Wonelli, and
Pabst.
Pabst Can Crusher.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they just keep
Yeah.
throwing a new coat of paint on it and sending it back out.
Yep.
I mean, good
Exactly.
for them. I'm not going to.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a great business model.
Live your life.
You can get away with it,
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
which they obviously can.
But for pinball people, this is not for pinball people, really.
No, this falls into the solid. This is not for you category for most of us. If you're a pinball player, you're not going to buy this. If you're a heavy metal fan, then there you go.
Does anyone know what the rules are like? I mean, is it like complex? Is it?
It's pretty, minimal effort put into it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Star Wars home is cool, but and same with the Spider-Man home. Like Austin, when he streamed on the channel, he had one of those, and he would just blow through the game every time he played it. You know what I mean? He would see the whole thing. So it's good. They're designed. The rule sets are designed more for casual players than hardcore pinball people usually. So I don't think we've actually seen any gameplay of that yet, though. So it's hard to say. But
I can tell Martha's stoked right now.
Martha's getting one. She's buying one. She's calling up, flipping out
I-
pinball right now, and she's like,
I was like, yeah, I was looking it up, seeing. I was actually looking ahead to see what the Jurassic Park chopper was.
"No, you're not supposed to look ahead."
Well, I
We want us all
She was
going
trying to do her
fresh.
homework, though, in her defense.
I like it. Okay,
didn't do homework. I did it right now while I was sitting in class.
you can ruin the
I'm
surprise.
literally looking. I've got it up on a different computer over here. I'm just.
Shit, did we lose Dad?
I'm here.
I think the stream is down.
I can hear you guys. Hello.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
there
we
you
can
are.
hear you.
Yeah, my internet just took a dip. My connection's unstable. Imagine that never happens.
Are you You're hardwired, right?
Of course, it's just
Okay.
Spectrum.
All right.
There you go.
Oh, you
Okay.
have Spectrum.
Yep.
All right.
we back.
That's
Like
all you
this hard.
about say about heavy metal. It's just so whatever.
It's a new pinball machine. There's not much to talk about, so we're talking about heavy metal.
Kevin,
You got
Kevin, you know what?
$8,000 to spend in a pandemic. That's the one.
Kevin, you know what? I don't know how quickly you could do this or if you have this somewhere, but as we work our way through this, you should put Punny Factory in at the end, just because these guys don't know about the Punny Factory.
I know about it.
I shared it in the chat, so I think Rob knows.
sent me a link.
Yeah, Rob saw it.
Hey, Rob just came, woke up. I just saw that. He got excited.
We'll get to Punny Factory later.
Okay, Okay, thank God. All right.
All right.
All right, what's the next? Hot Wheels?
Yes. I was like, I felt like we talked about Hot Wheels, but then I'm like, did we talk about Hot Wheels? Because it didn't. I mean, this was another one. It came out. It was at a trade show back in March, April, and then everything got halted, and now they're finally in production, and there's reviews out there and all that. So American Pinball brings Hot Wheels to the market. They're starting to hit locations. If there's a location near you where you can actually play pinball, and you want to leave the house and take that risk, you can go out and play some pinball. One of the games you can play is Hot Wheels. So it seems to be pretty good reception so far for the folks that have played it. Looks like pretty smooth shots. I don't know. It's hard to say without playing a game, but it looks good. I think the art's good. There's no real interactive toys on it, and I would say there's some cool little tricks that it does. There's a magnet in the back that holds the ball, and you whack that to start multi-ball. There's the spinning car that the more you hit the RPM targets, it goes faster, that sort of stuff. But there's not Jurassic Park level dinosaur eating the ball kind of toys on this game. But it actually is. The price is lower than their previous game. I don't remember exactly what the cost is, but they dropped the price, which is rare in pinball these days.
They wanted to get it out in on location, right? They priced it for people who buy and put these out in places to play. They wanted people to put it out there. So, I mean, that makes sense. If you're going to put it down for that makes sense.
Right, and that's a theme where if you're out on location and you got kids with you or whatever, I've been at Dave & Buster's and they got Hot Wheels, redemption games and things like that. So it's a theme that people will plunk money into versus their other games like Oktoberfest and Houdini. It's like, okay, maybe I'll try it once just because it's a different pinball machine. But it's not like a Ghostbusters where you see a Ghostbusters, you're like, oh, I got to play this. I love that movie. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So I would suggest that normally when we review, we're not reviewing this game because we haven't played it, but normally when we review, we have the rating system of if it gets like a 9 or 10 is get your wallets out. But during the pandemic, it'd be 9 or 10 is risk your life.
Risk your life. That's right. Go play it. Wear a mask while you play it, please, everybody.
Nine masks out of 10.
Jay, what do you think of Hot Wheels?
I think it looks better than Heavy Metal.
I'm with you there, buddy.
There you go. There you go.
From what I can
Hard-hitting
see on the
take by Jay
pictures on
Fairbrother.
the screen, it looks decent.
Okay.
I would play it.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a ringing endorsement from Jay Fairbrother.
I'd put $1 into that, and you quote me.
I'll contact their marketing department and let them know they can put that on their flyer.
Does anyone know the cost difference between an LCD and a DMD display? Like, how much could it possibly be? I keep going back to Heavy Metal being $8,000, and
I think the difference is not in the actual display itself, and in fact the DMD is probably more expensive. It's the art, the animation that you got to do, right? It's just probably way more involved to do animation for an LCD versus DMD, I guess.
Yeah.
And when you're paying $8,000 for a pinball machine, you don't want effort to put into it.
No, it's just a boutique for those hardcore heavy metal fans, and you know them. They're all out there.
What's funny too is like
fan club.
they
People
made a
won't
whole
shut the fuck up about how much they love heavy metal.
I can't leave my house. People accosting me on the street.
Wildcat
know
says
they're
the
gonna make it.
DMD is actually more expensive.
That's what Nick said.
Yep.
I don't know.
The thing is, like the Heavy Metal, there's a whole movie about it. So if they wanted to, they could pull
They could've
movie
just
clips
put-
from that. And,
Yeah, movie clips. Like, remember with Batman, when Batman 66 came out? You guys can stop me if I'm, but
Oh, you're on a roll.
Batman 66 had like just still frames in the background, and your score changed every. That seemed to be the animation. Like, I don't know if they can make 1 million episodes of Dora the Explorer. They can make enough pinball backgrounds for a LCD screen machine that costs $8,000. It's not hard to do. I don't know.
That's true.
That just seems whack to me.
it's whack. Rob Metzler.
Yeah. It's my
opinion.
It's
We do.
a
Hot takes.
overpriced. Heavy metal is an overpriced thing for people who are just the 80 people out there. If you can find 80, they're
How
gonna
much is
buy the machine.
Hot Wheels in the U.S.?
How much is Hot Wheels?
I'll look it up.
That was like 64.
You guys talk amongst yourselves.
I learned today
thought I
that
saw
there's a heavy
64
metal
when it came out.
movie or whatever it is.
What's that, Jay?
I learned today that there was a heavy metal movie or whatever the game is based on.
That's
Yo,
right, buddy.
Banana Clip says $62.95. Did that check out, Kevin?
I'm
Plus
looking.
shipping.
plus shipping.
You get
Don't
$600.
panic, Flip. How did you get that username from?
$62.95. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, our Eddie was a generous, really generous figure to talk about heavy metal games. Very generous.
All right. Anything else to say about Hot Wheels? Who's going to become a Hot
I'm
Wheels?
just really glad that I already have a lot of games in my collection. I don't think I can like justify spending this much money on games.
Well, you're doing
In
it
the
right.
pandemic, you're
Yeah.
saying.
It's a humble brag. If
I
ever
don't
heard one.
know.
Ever? Are you done buying pinball machines?
I don't know.
Well, we get to talk later.
Well, you're doing it right because you buy your machines from Nick, so then you don't have to move them or anything.
I know, and he mods them and he puts like color DMs, all nice things in there.
And then you're just like, it's mine. It's already here. Magically.
Yeah.
It's the best
Yeah,
way to do it.
I like it like that.
Yeah.
You
You're
guys
doing
have
it.
like titles? Have you made up titles for the pinball machines to like pass over to each other, like you're selling a car or anything?
No.
Probably should be in the will.
Yeah.
It's all official. You can just type in, what do you type in? Exclamation point, bro, or what into the chat, and it tells us
Machines.
machines.
That's the official record.
Moobot's not doing anything tonight, so he can't type anything in, apparently.
Well, how'd Moobach get the night off?
Yeah, really.
He doesn't work in the quarantine.
Why'd you guys invite me and not him? He's the one doing all the work.
He heard Jay was coming. He's like, I'm out of here.
All right, moving right along. We can move on to Jurassic Park Topper.
Oh, yeah. This
There
is the
you
moment
go.
everybody's been waiting for.
Kevin seems pretty
I'm
excited about
underwhelmed.
this. I've not seen
Topper
it.
talk.
All right, here we go.
Hold on, I gotta find this.
I'm getting it. Oh, wait. We're going to talk about JJP Battles first.
Okay. All right.
Because apparently I put that in the slideshow first. All right, so we've been doing battles with our friends over at Jersey Jack Pinball, specifically Eric Minier, who's hanging out in chat, or at least he was. So this started back a couple weeks ago, like 6 weeks ago or so, because we do them every other week, and we're on our third one. The first one was me and Eric playing Dialed In. And the cool part about this was that for this first battle, we had an awesome giveaway. And so for Jersey Jack Pinball Machine number 6, one lucky viewer, who was Troy Damiano, he's a U.S. Navy veteran and a pinball fan. Moobot picked him, and he gets his name as a default high score in the next Jersey Jack Pinball Machine. How cool
That's
is that?
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
He's well, Nick, if you paid attention to the stream, you would know these things.
I take the summers off.
You're worse than Jay. But yeah, so congrats to Troy. That was awesome. I lost to Eric, so it was a good start to the JJP battles for Team JJP. But then we threw Skip Natty at him on Willy Wonka, and Skip Natty brought it home for Team Buffalo. Even though
Yes, Skip.
Joe Katz was trying to keep the battle going until Eric caught up, because they were both drinking, and Skip's skills were declining over the evening. But he started out strong, and he held in there. So Skip Natty brought home win number 2 on Willy Wonka. And then we had, just this past Friday, we had Mixer Tuna versus Eric on The Wizard of Oz. And Tuna brought it home for Team Buffalo. So Team Buffalo up 2-1 against Jersey Jack going into week number 4, which is going to be Nick Lane against Eric on Pirates of the Caribbean, the game he designed. What do you how do you think, Jay? How do you think that's going to go?
Oh, I don't know, because that's like Nick's favorite game. So I'm giving the edge to Nick Lane.
Oh, there you go.
Smart man.
Hashtag Team Nick.
All
Thank
right,
you, Jay.
Rob Messler, make your pick. Who's it going to be, Eric or Nick?
I'm gonna go with Nick because I know his skills better than Eric's. I'm sure Eric is very good at the game he built and designed, but
All right, that's 2 votes for
I've
Nick.
seen Nick kill it. So
Okay. All right, Martha. Let me, because I know you guys have no idea how these streams actually work. This is objective-based play, so this is not like going for high scores. They're going for to achieve specific things. So like, start a multi-ball. See, Nick doesn't know what he's getting.
Oh,
into
they know
either.
all the rules. Like,
Well, we explained it ahead of time. That's part of the beauty of this
I
is
see.
that people learn along the way how to do these things. So we were on Dialed In, for example, we did like overcharge QED and start the multi-ball, quantum theater multi-ball, all that stuff. So we Hogbach knows every rule. So yeah, we'll stop. We'll explain what we're gonna do. Then we go ahead and do it. Whoever does it first gets a point. So based on that, that's how the stream's going to go with Nick. This is not
Okay,
just
like what I do with Carl.
Right. It's
a
going to be
couple
like that.
months
Yep.
ago. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. That's a fun.
Wait, so
format.
everybody's going for the same rule at the same time?
Right.
How long is the stream? An hour?
It's going to be like 4 hours.
Roughly.
Or make it real
Greg's.
short. Just do everything you need to do right away.
It's going to be, it's like, they're about 2
Whoever
hours.
signs off first wins.
I just wanted to see Nick's face glaze over when I told him 4 hours. It worked too. So
It's
yeah, about
always
2.
for the kids.
They're about 2 hours, and yeah. So that's how it goes. So given that information, Martha, who's your pick for the battle?
I'm gonna vote for Nick.
Oh, it's a
God
sweep.
bless you.
It's a sweep for Nick. She's got to live with him though too. So it's a good thing she picked that.
Well, I have to live with him with what happens. It doesn't matter about my vote.
No, maybe
true.
you'd hold it against you if you voted against him.
No,
No.
I'll be okay.
All right.
I've never seen the Bros so unified.
I know. It's just the first time ever. All it takes is like Jersey
Because
Jack
we're
to
all
bring
scared
us
of
all together.
Nick.
That too. All right, so you heard it here. So that's going to be in just under 2 weeks. So it'll be probably a week from Friday, whatever that is. You know, that's really going to help you guys out. Plan your days.
July 10th, I think you said.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. July 10th. We've been doing them at 8:30 Eastern time. So tune in, check it out.
When is that? In Europe. I was in Europe.
UTC.
What time is that?
Here's a pro tip for everybody
August.
out there. we post the time with a time zone. You can go to Google and it'll tell you what time zone it is for you. So there you go. That's streaming pro tips. All right,
Okay.
so that's what we've been doing. Now I'm wondering if I even put a picture of the jersey.
Now you've been teasing that topper.
I know. Let me see if
Yeah.
it's in here. I may have forgot to put a picture in there. Well, no, we're going to talk about Multimorphic. Multimorphic is doing a whole bunch of cool stuff. So last week they did a real-time internet-connected head-to-head pinball stream. What that means is, so their Multimorphic P3 machines actually play online pinball. And this is what got Nick Lane all fired up last time about his battle against Tuna in his baby game with the training wheels on. But this is their game, Cosmic Kart Racing. It's online multiplayer. Jerry also shared during the stream that they're adding voice capabilities to this, so you'll be able to not only connect, create lobbies, you can password protect your lobbies, so if you don't want randos jumping in, you can keep them out. But then you'll also be able to talk trash without using a third-party app like Zoom or Discord or something like that. So huge progress, great innovation going on over there at P3. Check them out. They stream over at twitch.tv/multimorphic if you want to see their streams.
Wait, so how do they avoid the baby game training wheels?
So you can't always. Yeah, I mean, every
You can't
pinball machine
tunify your machine.
plays different. Yeah, but the P3 is cool because it has sensors in it, so it knows like how level your game is. It can tell if you have the glass off and if you're playing with your hands instead of, because it's got an infrared grid that covers the play field, so it can tell if you're cheating. So of any pinball machine, these are probably the ones that'll give you the most consistent play across the multiplayer game like this. But mostly it's just for fun. You know, there's a quarantine. You can get together and play with your friends if everybody's got a machine like this, and play some multiplayer pinball when you can't get together in real life. So it's
Place
fun.
to go.
I don't know what the word for it is, like the incline of the game.
Yeah, there's
Can
an
you tell
there's an accelerometer in there that tells how steep the game is.
So will it make you set that if you're going head to head with somebody so that your game is same as theirs and you just play? And
That I don't know, but you could, like, if you wanted to get real serious about it, you could be like, all right, bros, we're all going to check our pitch and our flipper strength. We're going to make sure it's all the same before we start, all that stuff. So,
Or you could just play.
or you could just play pinball. Yeah,
That's an option.
yeah,
no,
exactly.
I don't want baby game training wheels.
This is why Nick and Martha get along so well. It's like they're definitely on the same
Yeah.
page when it comes to this sort of stuff.
You
I'm
don't
like,
want
who cares?
cheaters, you know?
This-
You don't want you can't cheat. You gotta have rules.
I believe in rules. I do believe in rules.
Yeah, but you know.
Thank God you guys get along so well, because I know you've been stuck in the house together for like 3 months now.
We're both alive,
Yeah.
so that's always good.
Nick has me trapped down here in the basement.
I was
He
going to
let me
say,
out.
Hush up.
that door is 2x4 shut. Slide some sandwiches under it every once in a while.
I just realized I never put a picture of the topper in here, so keep talking. So I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna grab a picture of the topper.
Oh boy.
We gotta get to that.
All right. Well, here's what
All
I'll
right,
do.
I need some topper talk in my life.
Here's your moment, Jay. To filler time.
Jay, fill in.
Bill, are you just gonna put me on the spot like that?
Yeah, say something fun.
Tell a dad joke.
Yeah, Martha told you to be ready with your dad jokes.
Dad jokes have to be spontaneous. Can't come pre-prepared and like on the spot.
Wow.
And Rob has more kids than I do, so he should be the one with the dad jokes.
I'm more jaded. I'm out of the dad jokes. I'm done. Dad jokes end when your kids are like 4. You're like, fuck this. It's all over.
And I can't scroll down the website.
Yeah, where is Goran for
Goran.
Topper Talk?
Come on, website.
Okay,
Topper
so
Talk Tuesdays.
I have it up. Just
Yeah, you guys can go.
How do
What
you
does it
feel
do?
about the Topper?
what does it
Rob.
do besides
right.
sit on top of something?
It's got LED lights that light and flicker, and also
Yeah.
it unlocks a special mode in the game.
It says it interacts with your game by capturing dinosaurs to light a letter in Jurassic Park. Your letter progress carries over from game to game. Spell Jurassic Park for a special mode.
Does it spit out $550 if you do really good?
I don't know. I'm underwhelmed by this.
It whittles down your bank account by about $600+ and leaves you filled with regret.
It sounds like it does like Mustang multi-ball, but you have to spend extra on.
Ding, 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 ding. Martha nailed it.
I remember when I was a
That's
youth,
pretty good, Martha.
there was
So
a big
Stern
thing
is
about
getting into loot boxes. Today.
yeah. When I was a child or younger man, there was a big deal about like hood ornaments on cars. Like people were like cutting them off and selling them. This is a hood ornament for your pinball machine.
There it
It's
is.
the exact same level of the same importance.
This is if you have too much money but not enough creativity, and this is what
Yeah.
you buy.
There you go. So
Far enough to have $600.
It's out of
Can
stock.
I tell
dumb
you
enough
what
to not.
my Jurassic Park pinball topper would be?
Please do. I'm
Okay.
guessing it's gonna be better.
Okay, it would need to come. Your game would need to be out from the wall, and if you selected this certain mode, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex would be hiding behind the back box, and he would come out up over top.
I feel like you could, for $600, you could actually do that.
Yeah, seriously. No, that's not crazy.
Yeah.
That's not a crazy
You can pay
thing.
me $300. I'll stand
And
next to your
you can
game and wear
breathe fire.
a suit.
This fucking thing is it's more expensive than the Xbox and PlayStation that are coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Or you
Yeah,
could go.
but
You could
How
go
does
into
that
the.
make even remote sense?
No.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's a,
I'd rather
6
have a
pounds
topper
of
for my
fucking
Jurassic
plastic.
Park than a PS5. Come on.
Don't forget the 35 cents worth of LEDs in there too. You can't leave that out.
6 pounds of plastic and some LEDs.
And a mode that you could get in Mustang that when you're playing carryover modes in your house are stupid, by the way, because
Right.
They're cheating, too,
They're
by the
pointless.
Right, because if you keep playing, you're gonna get it.
Right. It's just gonna happen. There's nothing you have to achieve. It just happens. Great.
So stupid.
Yep. So you could go to buy a Switch and a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox probably for the price of one of these.
Stern is never sponsoring us, are they?
No.
They might. Never say
I'm
no.
I'm
Never
okay
say
with
no.
that.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
It's all right.
Got to diversify your revenue stream. Oh. Revenue streams on top of your revenues. Literally.
All right. All right.
You know, I believe him because he's smoking a cigar. I don't know why.
Very astute.
All right.
All right.
Are we going
That-
going to
that's
Q&A?
it for-
That's it for the news. There's not much
That's it
news
for the
happening
news.
right now.
Yeah, no Punny Factory stuff to talk about or
I mean,
pictures for the
we could either do Punny Factory at the end, or we can do it now and then do Q&A after. I don't care.
Let's do the Punny Factory now because that's my favorite punching bag ever.
All right.
I've brought
Why
that
do you guys?
up on at
Why do we
least
hate this
4
so much?
different
Why are we
episodes.
so anti-punny machine?
Okay,
I don't even know what this
What a
is.
great question, Rob.
Well,
Fantastic question.
that's why I'm here.
Can you get that bad
Conversation
boy up on the
starter.
screen for
Yeah,
him to see and
I'm
everybody?
working on
All
it.
right.
You guys
Kevin's
start
working on
talking about Punny Factory.
I want Kevin to get on the screen first. Let me see. First of all, I might go to the first viewer Q&A while you work on that. Okay, Kev?
I got it right here.
Oh shit! There we go. All right, let's do this.
I'm just going to pull the website up on Pinball News.
You have to like read the description though. That's that's where the real value.
Punny
is.
Factory. I don't have so this is the Pinball News article. I don't have the like description of the game. But this is let's see.
Let me see if I can find the description.
But here you
This is a
go.
long article.
The Punny Factory book uses the visual wordplay to form punnies and crafts a story about an explosion at the Punny Factory with the need for factory worker Casey to track down and recover all the escaped punnies.
The what now?
Yep.
It's Rob. It's also apparently a series of children's books and an associated clothing.
No, but this was not a pre-existing thing. This was like there's a book made
Out of the pinball machine and like a children's clothing.
This person
line.
thinks they're sitting on a gold mine with the Punny Factory, so they're like, not just the pinball. No. You talk about multiple revenue streams. We got a book. We got shirts.
Yeah, well, no, they have a book and they already have the shirts are out, so all those are before the pinball machine.
Do they have a $600 topper?
Not yet. Actually, there's supposed to be a smokestack topper for this, where smoke comes out of the top.
How much is?
How do you?
How much is it? It doesn't exist
Checking
yet.
out these puns on the screen, Rob. Look at them.
I see them.
You're not laughing though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's like they're not
I'm
funny.
crying inside.
Scapegoat, get it?
No, I get it. No, I understand the reference.
You didn't know this existed, Rob?
Shockingly, no, I didn't in my lifestyle that hasn't revolved around pinball at all. In the last
Think about how complex a pinball machine is to make and how much money and investment is involved and how many people you need to buy a pinball machine. And now think about Punny Factory in that light.
It's how many people have to say yes. That's anytime I hear something dumb, I always think of how many people. And I'm not saying this is dumb because live your dream, like fine. But having said that, I'll now say what I really mean. How many people had to say yes to this and nobody stopped him? Or like, this might not be a good idea.
That's right. You got to look at your inner circle, right?
Yeah. Yep. Look at the people around you that are your friends, allegedly, saying, don't do that.
Yeah.
You got to have that guy in your life. Don't
do
that guy.
Well, that's what I said on the podcast when we first talked about it. I was like, if you're thinking about making a game, just ask us. I'll give some free advice. You think Punny Factory is a good idea, Nick and Kevin? Fuck no. It's a terrible idea. What other bad ideas you got? Don't they have some other games in the works that they're going to make? Oh, shit, Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the viewers who have been down this road, but this is like a conversation just to inform Rob, most importantly. And Jay, listen, you can digest this, but there's more games in the work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to decide if this is a worse idea than heavy metal.
No.
It's not a worse idea than heavy metal, the Punny Factory?
It is.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Without question, it's worse.
Because this is probably some independent guy going out on a ledge.
We got to play it and see if it's good first.
This is a guy going out on a ledge and living his happiness, trying to make them. I give this guy credit. It might not be my cup of tea. It might not be anyone's cup of tea, but God damn it, he wanted it to happen. It happened. Stern is a factory of pinball machines, and they're selling one that they just literally repainted and throwing it back out there and being like, here, all 9 of you heavy metal guys that we saw at a convention one time, we're going to make this machine for you. We're going to sell it for an insane price that what percent of the population that's both into pinball and has $8,000 to drop on a machine? This guy, live your life. I'm not even mad at him. I'm not mad.
Well, when he goes into financial ruin for trying to make the Punny Factory and there's no buyers.
But that's his life.
It's 2020. Like,
it's
the world's
truth.
ending anyways. Like, make Punny Factory before you regret it. I'm with Punny Factory guy.
Okay.
Yes, Team Punny.
All right.
Team Punny.
Yep. That's the kind of advice he got.
You thought I was going to hate it.
If I can go to Team Bankrupt.
Nope.
Like, listen, Australia's on fire. They're killing black people. Trump is still the president. There's a pandemic. Make Punny Factory. The world needs it.
Well, let's talk about his other games that he's making, Kevin. Do you know what those are?
Here's one called That's Whack.
Oh, I do like the name.
Well, yeah,
is that
right in
new?
the name there.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a whole separate game than from Punny Factory.
Oh yeah, Sushi Mania is the one they're working on.
Show the visuals.
Who
for
is
that.
this guy?
I can't scroll down the page on this.
Wait, why is he designing so many machines?
Hang on, we're not even close to
One
finish.
hasn't even come
He's
out
a fucking
yet?
Renaissance man.
We got First Class based on air travel. So if you love flying, and everybody does, especially these days. Everybody's flying.
Are these like concept machines?
Hey, if they
Are these
put
like
one of those in every airport terminal country, that'll be a win.
They're
it'd be
not,
$9 to play it?
for our friends over the border, there's Canada A.
Problematic.
He's got a maple leaf for a head.
No, he doesn't.
He does too.
All right, that's it. I'm out. See you guys later.
That's it,
Rob,
Rob.
you want to backtrack anything you said earlier?
Cancel
About living
Team
your
Punny.
dream?
Go with
This guy
it.
is just.
Look at the
guy is-
maple leaf.
With
You
the
see that,
fonts
Rob?
they're using on these
Take a
Yeah, I
look at
saw
it.
it. No,
Okay,
I
good.
saw it. Yeah,
All right.
that's when I went like this.
Oh my
When
God.
I do this, it means cancel. Who's making this?
Pinball Adventures. They're
Pinball
coming out of the
Adventures.
gate with like 15 games.
Wow, the maple
All right.
leaf head with the flannel shirt. I mean, I'm not Canadian, but that's racist.
You got Ninja Mania. What else?
All he's
do we got
missing
here?
is a hockey stick.
Ninja.
He needs some maple syrup
Are these
too.
concepts or are these things he's actually made? These just like concepts?
Well, yeah, they haven't made anything yet. This is just
Okay.
allegedly
Alright.
what they
Well,
will make.
actually, I mean, Punny Factory. It's been made. It's not selling yet, but I mean, it exists. It's
Wait,
a real
Honey
thing.
Factory isn't selling?
I don't think they've brought it to market yet, but it exists. Like you can flip it and stuff. Like we've seen the playfield.
Fruit-O-Matics.
The other games we haven't seen in playfield or anything.
Yeah, there's some prototypes.
Oh, what's the fruit?
What is That's Whack about?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'd like to see the one sheet on That's Whack.
All right, let me. I can pull it. I can read it to you since it's not coming up on the screen. Where's That's Whack?
Fruit-O-Mat. All right, all right.
Yeah,
I was with
all
him
right,
on
I
Punny
retract.
Fruit-O-Matics? Come on.
You want to?
Jay
You were
and I-
thinking about
Jay and
getting
I
a
are
Punny
leaving.
Factory
Are you, like,
machine, Jay
stop
does.
This
living
guy,
your
this guy
dream.
has no self-editing mode.
Yeah. Yep. This is
It's like
this is
everything's
pinball
a good
diarrhea.
idea. It's like somebody told this man everything is a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly it.
I think
Yes.
it was you, Rob.
All right, do you
It was
want
not
do you want me to read you That's Whack?
One
doesn't
man
tell
tried.
anyone
I want to
anything.
know what. Yeah, I want to know
All
what
right.
That's Whack.
All right, ready? Here's a dramatic reading of That's Whack Pinball Machine. When a TV show or movie, usually a comedy, abandons its usual format and spends most of the episode or movie as a parody of another show, book, television show, movie, or genre. Popular TV shows that we all grew up on are always the most targeted for this format, as they're recognizable by everybody. It is usually revealed that the whole thing was just a dream or fantasy, or a lengthy series of events that will be required to set up the parody. We want to take this concept one step further and bring all the old TV show parodies into the pinball world for the players to remember.
No.
Fuck
Nope.
me.
Nope. Stop.
There's more. There's more.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah,
Nobody
this
sell that
is-
man plywood
Girl,
anymore.
geek,
Nobody
this
sell that
is
man
meta.
plywood.
It's too meta.
Take away his Home Depot card.
He went from
Done
Punny
buying
Factory
donuts.
to like super fucking meta. Like all right.
No.
You know what that is? That's whack.
It is whack. It's
is
living up to the name.
What else is
Have you
there's
guys
more,
ever
Kevin?
heard-
There's more. You want me to keep going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we might as well.
right.
We've gone this far.
Unique pinball concept. For the most part, television stays with us, and for many of us, the shows we watch become part of the fabric of who we are. Our choices, tastes, and opinions are all reflected in what we watch. But as time moves on and continues propelling us forward, we sometimes forget details that were once so clear, like the names of old TV shows we used to watch. It happens to us all. We each have those shows we definitely remember watching, but we don't necessarily remember what they were called. Maybe we can vividly recall a storyline or a certain character or plot point, some major element tied to the show that has stayed with us through the years. But when we try to remember what the name of the damn thing was, all our memories conjure is a flurry of scenes and images until now.
So he made a pinball machine about his trip into senility.
Yep. So there you go. That's
What happened?
I mean, there's more. Rob Messler, we lost video.
I
Rob-
think Rob quit.
He tried to do
Rob
a
left.
dramatic walk off, but he doesn't realize he's not on the
Rob's had
screen
enough.
anymore. So
He pieced
I
out.
don't know. You know what? You used to have a pinball machine called Bad Girls, and that's it. You don't need a story. The story's on the back glass. You see what's going on. Everyone knows. That's the beauty of it. It's brevity.
If you ask me, like pinball peaked with Bad Girls.
To be honest though, I still don't know what this game's about.
I don't either because I don't have this same experience. If you couldn't remember what the name of a show was, you type it into
Yeah.
Google and you know it like 1 second later.
If you can't
Hey,
remember the
remember
name of the show, it probably wasn't good to begin with.
Yeah. Remember that show that had George and Jerry and Kramer? Oh, what was the name of it? I cannot remember. That was just a really whack show. big part of my youth, big part of my adolescence. I just don't remember what it was called. Said no one ever.
Then the first thing you would do to figure that out is go play a pinball machine, right?
Yes.
It would take me right back.
Well, I mean, guy doesn't lack for ambition. So I will say that.
And so
God bless him.
further down on the page, he's got clips of Gilligan's Island, I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, and the generally Dukes of Hazzard. There's one more paragraph I can go on if you
For
like.
the 80-year-old
No.
market.
No, no.
I get it.
Everybody said it. It talks about
get it.
parody and fair use, though.
I don't get it, but I'm fine. I'm fine moving on.
That's
Any
whack.
more games
Pick one,
on them? This is a new one. This is nice. This is a treat. I didn't know about this.
There's World Domination.
Oh shit! He's just doing this like it's like the Phil Collins of pinball machines, just fucking pumping them out left and right.
He's got tons of ideas.
It's like one of those artists just like sprays paint on the wall and calls it a painting. He's like, look, pinball machine. Nailed it.
Boom. Yeah. Time for lunch.
I'm gonna call that. This one's that's whack.
World Domination Pinball Machine, which is great because they have like the headline isn't like the Disney script font, which is even better.
Yeah. What if he's just fucking trolling us at this point? I mean,
He might just be doing this
this
for
would be
us.
the ultimate troll.
Yeah.
I kind
Actually,
of
there's
feel
his
like
out.
it
Oh,
is.
I'm just trolling the bros. Just trolling them. That's it. I was not serious. No.
You dopes fell for it.
Yeah.
Oh god, do you want the description of World
The
Domination?
Girl Geek says at least Phil Collins is good at something. Very true. It really is.
I do want.
You want it? Okay.
Very prolific.
World Domination Pinball Machine. They say it would be easy. Take over the world in a game of pinball strategy conquest. In the World Domination Pinball game, the goal is simple. Aim to conquer your enemy's territories by building an army, moving in your troops, and engage in battle. Depending on your pinball skills, the player will either defeat the enemy or be defeated. Weird. We have filled this exciting pinball game with betrayal, alliances, spies, and surprise attacks. Remember, on the battlefield, anything goes. If you are skilled enough to defeat a few of your enemies, you will be one step closer to global conquest. Are you willing to take the risk?
Okay,
He
that's
was.
better. That's like 10 times better than the that's whack.
Yeah.
I think he just hired a buddy copywriter.
I mean, that's
Right,
that's
so-
at least a concept that works for a pinball machine.
Right, I understand it.
Yeah. He's come up with 15 pinball ideas. Is that correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Let's all go on the record right now. How many of those are ever seen in public? Ever?
You're gonna see.
I'm gonna say
one.
2.
Well,
I'm
we
gonna
already
give it
we've made it very public that if he wants to send us a punny factor, we will stream it.
Bring it on.
And if it's great, we'll say it's great. You
Yeah.
know? You know, see, that's the real challenge to stand behind your product.
It has a varies target, and just like that.
There's a what target?
Very.
Vary.
It's no S. Very. Think.
Yeah. No S. I mean, the target varies, but it's a very target.
Vary target.
Yeah.
Like Bad Girls. Because I know we were comparing it to Bad Girls.
Yeah. All pinball machines should really be compared to Bad Girls. If
Does
you
it have a Coke mirror on it?
on the sides too, no less. So let me just say for the record, Jeff Worth was supposed to be here tonight, but he left us hanging, and he said
Some
he was
bullshit about his father's birthday
I
or
know,
something.
birthday party or something.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry,
He's
everybody.
driving around honking his horn for daddy.
What?
That sounded way worse than I meant it to.
Yeah, I don't know, Jay.
Somebody clip that, please. We got to put it on our next bro highlight reel for the channel trailer. All right, is it time for Q&A time?
I think so. I mean, this has been one hell of a shit show so far. Let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. All right, I got some good questions, and keep them rolling in chat if you got favorite moments from the bro show or the talk show, or you know, whatever. If you got questions for us, for any of us, ask us anything, and we'll decide whether or not we want to answer it. All right. From Sergeant Ski, 1978, he says, "How did Buffalo get started and expand to Michigan and Minnesota?" So,
World domination.
well, yeah.
We hit the left ramp a couple times, and then started the multi-ball.
So, Nick, you want to give the backstory?
Sure. So do I need to give the backstory of how Buffalo Pinball got started?
I think probably. I mean, it's been 50 episodes since we told this story, so it's
All
probably
right.
worth telling
So
again.
Buffalo Pinball, I guess, had its first real tournament in April 23rd, 2013 at my old place I used to live. We had collectors. I had a bunch of pinball machines, and collectors brought over games, and we had like 10 games there, and I think we had like 30 participants. This is really good. You were there, right, Kev?
I was there.
All right, awesome. So that was the first, I think, official IFPA one. I think it was IFPA. And then we started a Buffalo Pinball League in the fall. We started having some public tournaments and you know, became a thing, right? Tournaments, leagues. And then we started to do pinball streaming in January 2015. We wanted to do something where I think in November 2014, you and I, Kev, we went out to a public location and we wanted to teach people how to play pinball because we, you know, there's a barrier to learning pinball, right? We want to make it accessible to people. And I remember somebody said that they couldn't make it. So we're like, oh, maybe we'll record it. But then we got the idea, like, why don't we just do a stream every week and we teach people how to play pinball that way. So that's how we started Road Even Pinball. It was just to get together, teach people how to play. And also the idea was to get together with our friends and do it in that kind of setting. So
yeah,
that's the genesis of the streaming.
I remember having the discussion with you about if we're going to stream, what are we going to do about it? And we wanted to do like a show versus just turning on a stream and playing. You know, we wanted to have a format, give people something to root for. You know, that's why we came up with like kind of the Mortal Kombat ladder format at the original of the original format, and we've kind of switched that around lately. Yeah, it was like, let's do a show, a pinball show on Twitch versus just streaming gameplay, right?
That's right. And then we started up the podcast in February 2016.
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah. So I've kind of been going crazy ever since. So how did we get to the point where we've got people who are in Michigan, Minnesota, and then Tuna's in Virginia, right? So let's not forget about Tuna.
Yep.
Tuna was actually the first person that we brought on because we just wanted to get more pinball content on Twitch. At this time, there still wasn't a lot of it. I mean, nowadays it seems everybody who has a pinball machine has a camera and is streaming, which is awesome. But we just wanted to have more. We just thought it'd be better if pinball was on Twitch more, right? So Tuna had been watching our streams from the get-go. He's like one of the original people to watch it. And he started streaming on his own too, right, Kev?
Yeah, that's kind of how I found him. I was watching, you know, the handful of folks who were streaming pinball at the time.
Yeah, and we liked what he was doing. He's a good guy, so we asked if he wanted to stream Buffalo Pinball just because we had amassed a good following, so we can help Tuna get more recognition from our followers. Let's kind of put it under one channel, sort of what they try to with the Pinball Network kind of concept first. But yeah, it was that idea, like, and then with Rudy and Skip, same deal. We just kind of added more over time, and
yeah, it was also a result of getting partnered at the time. There was no affiliate on Twitch, so we got partnered. People started subscribing, and we were like, well, if people are spending $5 a month watching us play pinball, it should be more than 2 nights a week. So we wanted to give you more for your $5 subscription every month. Expand the pinball play that we have, and let everybody else jump on. So I kind of scouted around and watched for folks who were streaming and tried to find folks who would be a good fit for what we do. So it was Tuna, and then actually Austin Mackert was the second person we brought on. He was also out in Virginia, a great, amazing tournament player. He's gameplay and talk on Twitch still. He does a lot of retro video game stuff, and he also has a pinball channel as well. He stayed with us for a year, and then we brought Brew Soup and Skip Natty on over the years too. So it's been great.
So, and then Ski asked, what is the origin of the Buffalo Pinball JJP relationship?
I'm trying to remember how that all played out specifically, but I mean, the first stream we did with them was at the Jersey Jack Pinball Factory in New Jersey.
Oh, I remember. You know, honestly, Joe Said was like, you guys should reach out to Jersey Jack and, you know, see if you guys can partner up together by helping them stream their games and stuff. So we followed his really good advice, and it's been an awesome relationship. So yeah, Joe Said, he's an idea guy.
Yeah, he is. And so we went out. At the time, Hobbit was their newest game. So I think it was 2016, it must have been. We drove out to the factory, streamed Hobbit for a couple hours. We actually met Tuna there for the first time, hung out with Tuna and Steve Bowden. We went to Silver Ball in New Jersey and played on the shore there. It was a good time. And then we got to bring a Hobbit back with us, which was amazing. He let us borrow a Hobbit to stream for a couple months, and then we got it back to him. So yeah, it was just kind of built up over time. And then when Dialed In came out, they had revealed it at Expo, and they didn't really have a stream for it. They did like a Periscope kind of thing, and people wanted to see gameplay of it. So they invited us out. We did a stream from the factory on that. That was our first like reveal stream. And then since then we've done Jurassic or Pirates of the Caribbean, Willy Wonka. To be determined what's coming up next. And we've been doing these battles too.
So I'm going to try to catch some of the questions in chat, and we got questions via social media. So I'm going to go to Wildcat's question. I'll say Don't Panic Flip's question.
Reconnection.
I think you go back to the.
We're back. Except we lost Nick. He went to the men's room.
There he goes. No, he's right there.
Okay. All right, Nick, you can pick it up with the last question.
All right,
ask the question again.
So Kev will cobble this together for the podcast. But all right, so Wildcat asks, what is everybody's? I gotta scroll up to it now. What's everyone's least favorite game, and what game hasn't been done on stream that you want to do? All right, so we'll start with Martha. What's your least favorite game?
My least favorite, I'll just go Mustang.
Who's moving their mic around?
Whoa.
What? And then
Whoa.
what I want to do is Punny Factory.
Good answer.
Wow.
Good answer. Yeah. All right, Jake,
You hate
brother.
Mustang that much?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay,
That's
Favorite
nuts.
game. Damn, there's so many games I hate. Least favorite game, I'd say it's a tie between Simpsons Pinball Party and Jungle Lord.
Wow.
Okay.
That's right.
And what game do you want to
Oh,
stream?
wait, and Walking Dead. I hate Walking Dead too.
Wow, you're making a lot of enemies here tonight.
Yeah. What game do you want to stream, Jay?
I don't even know. We streamed everything. I just like playing different games. So whatever we stream is good with me.
Oh,
I don't have a wish
just
list.
like hanging out with us, right?
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
come from the socialization.
Even on Space Shuttle?
I love Space Shuttle. I love that game. I'm pissed you sold it and didn't offer it to me.
It got snapped up. All I had to do on the last podcast was mention that I was thinking about selling it, and somebody contacted me about it.
I mean, all you had to do was, give me a text beforehand and say, hey, I'm thinking about selling Space Shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Rob Metzler. Least favorite.
Anything Gottlieb, like from their LCD or LSD era, from like Haunted House and Cubo Wizard and all that stuff.
Even Bad
Put
Girls?
Put it on a pile and burn it.
You don't like Bad Girls?
Every once in a while, they're right, but
From time to
most
time.
of that stuff was awful.
All right.
Have you guys streamed Big Lebowski yet?
No.
I mean, I played it at Pinball Done Quick, and we streamed it
There you
there,
go.
but we've never done it at this channel.
There you go. Call me
Yeah.
when you do that.
I wish the game wasn't 15,000. I wish they didn't fuck up when I had $8,000 invested in it at that price.
I remember that.
The whole.
I remember those
I'm just
days.
really sad about the whole Lebowski thing.
Yeah, I mean,
That's like the dream thing.
if Stern can get Heavy Metal off the ground, then why didn't Big Lebowski make it?
Jay, stop messing with your phone.
Or
People
went out.
keep texting me when I have my phone propped up here.
It's making the worst sound. You're going to drive all the listeners nuts. Sorry, everybody.
All right.
Sorry, I'm popular. All my
Kevin,
fans
you
watching
want to tackle that?
Least favorite game. I mean, there's a lot of really bad pinball machines, but the one I think that stands out the most is Shack Attack. I remember playing that at Pinburg and just hating it totally and completely. So Shack Attack, and then game I want to play on stream the most, probably JJP number 6.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's good answers. All good answers.
Big Hurt, that's a shitty game too. I played that at Pinball.
Big Hurt's better than Shag Attack.
Yeah.
Though.
Is it really?
Big Hurt is fun in a kind of way.
All right, so the my least favorite I'd say is got to be Thunderbirds. Yeah,
that's good. That's a
Rob Metzer made an
another
appearance in that Pinside thread several years
did.
ago.
I was gonna bring up. I was the guy that told the guy don't do it. And
Yeah, you kind of did. Guess what, Rob? The game is terrible.
shocking.
It's the lowest. It's the worst rated game right on Pinside.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
The
it is.
lowest?
Yeah.
I think it
I'll
was at
confirm.
one time. Yeah, it's terrible. It's an absolute train wreck. I'd like to play it on stream because you guys gave good answers for the other games. I like to play it on stream just for the experience, right?
I agree.
I think it's a better stream when we play terrible games.
It can be.
I agree.
All right, so I lost all of my chat from the user questions. Was there, Martha? You said there was one in
for
there.
Jay, whether he misses the purple toilet.
Good question.
It wasn't a purple toilet. It was a purple tile on the bathroom. And yes, I actually do miss it. It came up in my Facebook memories the other day from like when we moved in and renovated the house, except for the bathroom. And I actually rode my bike past the house today to stalk it because I missed it.
Did you look through the windows for the purple toilet, or you're like, is it still in there?
No.
It's on the second floor, so that would be extra.
Yeah. I
Fine.
need a ladder, and it just gets too complicated.
All right, so I lost some of the questions in chat. Somebody else can find one that we missed. I'm going to go to the next one that we have on our list here.
Okay.
Kyle Bossa
I'll
asked,
go back up.
who is your favorite Buffalo Pinball streamer? I don't under.
There's clarification on there. It says he wants each person to tell me who their favorite is and why. Something that they really appreciate that the other does. All right, Jay, why don't you go first?
Other than myself, my favorite is Martha because she's the only one that's always nice to me.
Oh.
I don't know
And
that
she's,
she's
like, the
always
best-
nice to you.
Well, she also coaches me.
Usually
and
nice.
She's a good coach. She helps me do well in the games. Whereas, like, you two just talk shit and make fun of me.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Have you been here before? It's been our entire relationship. Jesus Christ.
Right, Martha.
Well, I love all Buffalo Pinball, but I'm gonna put in a vote for Rudy Soup because I love his creativity. Most recently, that pinball, or what was it, the peanut butter vampire stream? That was gold.
It was. It's
Absolute gold.
the fact that he could talk about peanut butter in as much detail as he could. It was just like amazing, and he could just
It was like nonstop chitter chatter.
Yeah. If
I really
you've missed
enjoyed
the
it.
peanut butter vampire, go back. I beg of you, go back on our Twitch channel and watch the archive. It's amazing.
All right, Rob Metzler.
I gotta go Rudy Soup as well. His commitment to the insanity that he is portraying. I mean, if you want an internet stream, you want Rudy Soup. Don't miss. That's whack. One might say.
It would be
One
whack
might
if you
be
missed.
so inclined. Yeah, you're like, this is whack.
All right, I'm going to show Rob Metzler some love. So the expression "the comedian's comedian" comes up because you guys don't always hear him when he was on the stream, but Rob will be making jokes that like only we can hear, and that kind of that was very welcome. So then that, and also a shout out to Rudy Soup as well. I do appreciate his commitment, and I don't know how he comes up with half the stuff he does, but it's great. There's no other streamer like that in pinball. Period. So it just makes it exciting. Kevin, Manny, what's
All
up?
right.
What do you got?
I'm going to say Skip Natty. Skip is a great conversationalist, and he's also an amazing player. I think a lot of times he doesn't get credit for the... I mean, this is a guy that's beat Total Nuclear Annihilation on stream multiple times. He did it one attempt during our 1cc marathon stream that we did. One try, he got through the whole game. He's an amazing player. Hell of a guy. Skip Natty. And he beat Jay Fairbrother's butt on the Twitch stream one time. So there you go. That's an extra point for Skip Natty.
I didn't vote for Skip because he invites you over to his house and then doesn't let you play because he's too good.
I've been there. I went there and the same thing happened to me. I stood around while he played TNA, but it was great.
He did give me a meat mountain and delicious beers though, so Skip Natty always has a place in my heart.
I also
was
want
a-
to put in a vote for tutorials because those are very helpful.
And the Hedgehog halftime, right?
Yeah.
I know.
It's hard. You can't pick just one.
Well, that's what Kyle made us do. It's
I
like,
know, but I don't like that.
it's Sophie's choice. Pick between your children.
I'm going to add to my least favorite, and it's a three-way. It's Martha, Jay, and Jeff when I'm trying to fucking do a tutorial or set up. And they're like wrangling children in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Accurate.
Are we doing least favorites now?
I just wanted to throw that in
Okay.
there.
All right. I mean, we could do a round of that if you wanted. I have a question for Nick.
Go ahead.
Nuovad wants to know where his lunchtime chit chat pinball is.
It's coming. I know I owe Walking Dead. I actually moved the rig over there on Sunday, so it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm gonna do it.
So you got a new computer. You're setting that all up. So we got to get you up and running for the battle.
Yeah, it's easy once it's set up. It's a setup that I'm really lazy about, and also work's been hitting me pretty hard. So it will come. I promise. Maybe sooner rather than later.
All right.
All right. And Kyle Boss also asked, is Goran's RNG really rigged? I don't think so.
No, because it's not Goran. It's just a running joke. So Goran picks the winners for our raffles, and he likes to say it's rigged, like everybody does. But it's not rigged because he doesn't actually pick it. He has a randomizer do it. So there you go. And he records it and everything. He's legit. We're gonna have KPMG audited someday for you guys.
All right. So I'm in the chat that I'm missing.
I'm looking right now.
Keep one on deck. I'll go to the next one on here.
Go ahead.
Got one?
No, I think we're all caught up on chat. But if you guys have more in
Okay.
chat, we can.
The Girl Geek asked, what was their favorite show or event to be part of and why? We'll start with Martha again.
My favorite event, I think, was when we went to JJP warehouse and we got to do like the factory tour and the reveal stream.
That was a fun one. Was your favorite part playing board games in the hotel room with Tuna?
Yes.
What was that one that we played with? It was like the mountain. Nick, you probably remember the name of it.
Oh, Tornado Rex.
Yeah, there you go. He had like 3 of them, so we set up this ridiculous Tornado Rex game. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that was fun. All right. I'll go. I would say my favorite is when we went out to do the reveal stream for Pirates. That was a lot of fun. It just went off really well. It was well run. Game was amazing. We got to interview Eric as well. We got to spend a lot of time playing Pirates. So it was a pleasure to be a part of revealing my favorite game ever of all time. Didn't know it at the time was my favorite game, but I'm really stoked to have been a part of that. Jay.
My favorite on stream was probably when we went to Domino's and I got to show off my pizza making skills.
It's on YouTube if anybody wants to see it.
What do you remember from that,
That
Jay?
was fun.
Do you remember anything from how to make a pizza?
Yeah, you put the cheese on like a dump truck.
No, what about these?
Pizza guns.
Oh yeah, the pizza
Guns.
guns.
Pizza guns. Okay.
I hope Adam's watching.
My favorite off stream, I liked Pinball a couple of years ago. The first time like I was there and really like met all the people who watched the stream. We got to hang out with Skip and the Girl Geek and Rudy and everybody. I'm getting sentimental because I haven't seen a fucking human in 3 months.
We're bringing Jay to tears here, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what your family
Laura.
counts as, but all right.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura and Jay's 2 kids.
Yeah.
All right, Rob Metzler.
I mean, I've not been able to make the trips with you guys because I got family commitments. But watching Bethlehem at Pinburg years ago, and watching that guy throw up on stage, and then his buddy just come in and grab the microphone, like he'd been preparing for it his whole life. like he gave the guy Ipotec whatever before the thing went out. He was ready to go. That was fantastic. And that taco place outside of Pinburg. Like, you know, that vacation I get to take every July, or got to take it. That was those were great times.
Nice. All right, Kevin.
That was a good one, Rob.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this today, and it's hard because we've done so many cool things, like hanging out with Ed Robertson, having him come to the show, and going backstage, and doing all the reveal streams for Jersey Jack, but I think the one that really stands out for me was the Willy Wonka reveal, because it was not the actual reveal. It was like the time before we went out, when we were like in the back room getting to see this game before everybody else, having Pat Lawler himself there to kind of show us through the game and all that stuff. Like, I'm a huge fan of his game, so Addams Family was the game that got me into pinball. So having that like behind the scenes moment, it was really cool. And then getting to come out and have this ridiculous viewership for the reveal stream, like almost 15,000 viewers. It's gonna be hard to top that one.
I do remember you mentioned Ed being on the shows. Is my favorite moment from that is when he said, and I quote, "Jay's a fucking dick."
Yeah,
it's a good clip.
It's a thing. Yeah, that's a fun moment.
For
love
Canadian
it.
to call you that is.
I know, seriously.
When you put it in Americanese and he's throwing out.
Well, he's
worse
probably
than
the
that.
only person I've ever beaten on Walking Dead. So.
Oh shit.
Oh.
All right. Moving along. I don't unless there's something else in the chat. Here's a surprise. Goran wants to know what everybody's favorite topper is, because he's obsessed with toppers.
I think we should have Jay go first to see if he can name a topper.
That we didn't talk about on the stream today.
My favorite topper was the Ghetto Skull on Kevin's. Was it Bone Smashers or
Bone Busters? Oh,
Bone Busters.
That was a good one because it wasn't the real skull. It was
exactly.
The story I got from the guy was that they had taken the actual skull off of the Bone Busters and put it on a motorcycle somewhere, and then he went to the dollar store and got the skull and stuck it up on top. It had like hair that was made out of hay or something. It was really, really whack. If you want to talk about that's whack. It was that topper. There you go.
Oh, by the way, the Girl Geek asked how Jay pissed off Ed Robertson, and I think after Jay beat him on the game, he started showboating. He was like dancing around. So there you go. In case you're wondering.
No, I would never do that.
Well, we got a clip, so you know, not with us, unfortunately, right
It
now.
exists
But it's
on
on there.
here.
It's in the best of Jay clips, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Hey, Ed invited me back next time we got to stream with him, so there were no hard feelings.
There you go. Okay, who's on deck for the topper talk? This is Goran's loving this every minute.
Let's
that we
have-
talk about
let's
toppers.
have
So
Martha
let's
go
race
next.
through this.
I'm just gonna go with Whirlwind. I like it.
It's a classic. What makes it so good?
That's it. It's simple.
It's simple. You like the effect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one that I remember as a kid, just like playing the game, and like I was oblivious that there was even anything up there, and then you're playing it and it starts blowing on you, and you're like, whoa, what's this? It's like it brings you into the game. It's really good. So that's an
Right.
excellent choice.
Feel the power of the wind.
Exactly. All right, Rob, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with
Jurassic Park.
Whitewater. Yeah, Whitewater.
Whitewater's
Good
cool.
topper.
Yep,
It brings you in.
it does.
That's when toppers like actually like were a thing that like brought you in. High Speed had one, you know. Those
Yeah.
were when they added to the games. They weren't just money makers.
That's right. That's a good point.
Yeah, they added.
I think
They
my
weren't
favorite one
DLC
is,
for pinball.
favorite one is the Jersey Jack Pirates, the ship in the bottle that moves. Pretty awesome.
That's really good. I was gonna pick that as well, but then I thought of the Black Knight Sword of Rage topper.
Oh yeah, that's a
If
good.
there's a example of a topper that may be better than a game, there you go.
might actually be worth close to its price too in terms
Exactly.
of value. Like maybe.
Yep.
And you think of that. Is that more than the 6-pound plastic?
I think it
Jurassic
was
Park
less.
topper? No fucking way.
Let me see. I will confirm.
Anyways, I won't get too. All right, everyone got to answer. Let's see. Matthew Taylor.
Wait, I have a question for
Go ahead.
Goran. What is Goran's favorite topper?
Oh, jeez. He's going to be
Don't Martha.
filling up the
don't
chat now.
fucking get
Now
him
you've
going.
done it.
No,
Don't get him going.
favorite. That's it. One. He can't put a list. His very
Beatles.
favorite.
He said Beatles. Oh, I can confirm that Black Knight Sword of Rage topper is $499. Less,
Dude.
$100 less than the Jurassic Park one.
Dude, that is bananas.
It's criminal,
That is
really.
bananas. What the best thing that can happen to you is if you order a Jurassic Park topper and they accidentally send you the Black Knight one.
Yeah, here's another place that has it for $4.49, so $4.50. So it's even $150 less.
Fucking nuts. We swear on this?
You can't now.
All right,
Rob, we never curse.
No, Nick Lane never.
I don't listen to you guys, so I don't know.
Oh, can I also say my one favorite situational topper scenario was when we went to Neil's house and he had, what game is that?
Fishtails.
Fishtails. But he had the topper off of the game and like back behind you, so like randomly it would just like scare the shit out of everybody when it's flapping around.
Yeah, so he had it in his basement, and the basement was not tall enough to have the game and the topper on, so he took the topper off, ran a wire around the backside of his room, and had it on a shelf. So when the fish started flapping, it would be like, where the hell's that coming from?
Pretty funny.
It was really good.
That's Neil.
Yeah, that was one of my other toppers that I was thinking. I was like, that's a really good one too.
I think this is the last question, unless we have some in the chat. So Matthew Taylor says, I watched the video the other week thanks to Kevin's suggestion. Okay, he's talking about the Space Shuttle Bro video. I don't know Jay, so maybe that makes it funnier, but he gets swept 0-4 after talking some trash. I LOL'd. It actually is funnier when you know Jay, so if you think that's funny, just get to know him.
Yeah. The best part, like, Matthew's the one who bought my space shuttle, so when he was picking it up, I was like,
He stole my game?
Yep, and he's calling you out. So I was like, if you want to get some history on this game, I said, A, it was in the Buffalo Pinball Summer Open, and Eric Stone played it for like 3 hours and rolled it. And B, you got to go back and watch the Bro Show with Jay, and just enjoy it for all of what it was worth.
I'm never going to get my revenge on Space Shuttle.
I think Gordon's going nuts in chat where he's just dominated. There's about
that's weird. That never happens. Never happens.
Yeah,
hard to believe.
Yeah,
I think.
All right, that's a good. I think we ended on that note.
All right.
I think we wrap it up.
But I think Rob had something he wanted to do. No?
No.
Can you hear me?
I mean, I don't have to. I think we've really done a very good a good job of answering questions and being positive pinball ambassadors.
Is that what your attorney said? That your
Yeah.
canned line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick Lane, as we reflect on 50
I'm glad to be
episodes, what stands out the most to you of the podcast specifically? Because not everybody
Podcast
who listens
ones?
to the podcast necessarily watches our streams, right? So
What stands out?
yeah.
Less is more. I mean, I think once a month, man. Once a month pinball podcast is where it's at. That's the thing I'm most proud of, is just thinking you don't need to talk more than once a month for, 2 hours is pushing it, even once a month. Less is more. That's what stands out. Pat myself on the back for that.
Internet high fives to you.
Yeah.
I just think for me, I think it's been like seeing the evolution. Like if you go back and watch the first one, it was like, we had no idea what we were doing. We barely know what we're doing anymore anyways, but we've gotten a little better over the years. And the fact that we've been able to carry on over Skype and Zoom through all this has been pretty cool. So happy 50th to everybody. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting the show all these years and continues to support us. If you want to support us a little more, you can follow us on social media. Go to buffalopinball.com. All the links are there. Or you can go right to Twitter, Instagram, check our YouTube channel for archives of old streams. Go to Facebook and join our group there. And check us out on Discord if you want to talk about Jay all day.
And I'll do one more plug again. So, again, we've got that contest going on. Yeah. We're excited. We want to see some videos. You guys, a lot of people have nothing but time when you can't go anywhere and do much over the pandemic in the summer. So send us your cover version doing our theme song. Only has to be the 20 or 30 seconds there, long as our theme song is. Whatever instrument you want to do to it, you can lip sync, karaoke, whatever. You can get really creative with the music, make a music video. It can just be you in one shot playing acoustic guitar, whatever. Have fun with it. The top prize is Penn Stadium lighting kit. Going to be judged by the bros. So we've got our other sponsors will be throwing in some prizes as well. We'll probably announce more details as things go on. But you can send it to us via our email at buffalopinball@gmail.com. You can send it to us by posting on our Facebook page, our Twitter, or Instagram. So let's see that. The deadline to get that in is Friday, August 7th at midnight. So get it into us. We're excited. Let's have some fun with this. And we'll probably showcase them at some point, on our show, maybe the top ones. So there you go. Have some fun.
It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what people submit. Yep. If you want to email us,
Jay.
What's that?
Especially Jay.
I mean, mostly Jay, but everybody else too.
I'm sure Rudy Soup could do a good one. Again,
I know,
Rudy
I was
Soup
thinking
not
that.
eligible to
Rudy
win,
Soup's gonna-
but
he's gonna kill it.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I'm going to record one.
What are you doing right now, Jay?
Wait,
No, I mean,
you have
technology-wise.
recording.
Jay, you're on a Zoom call.
Just set up
You
set
got
up
video
your phone.
and sound.
Yeah.
We're not gonna dock you points for echoes and acoustics.
Listen,
It's all
if I'm
about
gonna
effort.
do it. I'm going to do it
It's
right.
all about
He's
efforts.
thinking big. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
I got to get in the studio.
Jay, I'm sure you're not that busy in the next 30 days. You can figure this out.
Yeah. But for
looking
those
forward to it.
listening and watching at home, it doesn't have to be a Hollywood production. You can just set up your phone, hit record, and send it in. It'll be great.
That's right. Don't kill yourself over
That's
it.
right. Email us, talkpinball@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitch. You can subscribe to us there if you want to shoot a few bucks a month our way. If you have Amazon Prime, you can use Twitch Prime for no additional cost. Take some money from Jeff Bezos. He's got plenty these days. He's getting a lot of orders, a lot of business.
Top creator.
Well,
Send some money of his over to us.
Attack Ass is a shitty flute version accessible. Absolutely. And also,
Yeah.
Goran, I want to see your submission. You got your Harmony Helper. All right, let's put that. You can plug the Harmony Helper, and you can try to win this contest.
There you go.
So, there you go.
I want an automaton. I want a wobbly chair submission is what I
I do
want.
too.
More than anything in the
Please let
world.
Wobbly know that this is this contest is a thing, so
Yeah.
we can get him in there.
Drive to his house.
Personally invite him.
Socially distancely. Tell him.
All right.
You,
did it.
You can support us PayPal, buffalopinball@gmail.com if you want to send a donation, or you can drop a review on your favorite podcast listening service. You can review us, give us a 5-star rating, and tell everybody how amazing we are. Mostly Jay, because he's the most amazing.
Took him 50 episodes to realize.
Sometimes.
All right. Let's bring it home. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next month with the podcast, and looking forward to seeing your submissions.
See you guys in 8 years.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.